Okay, so this is going to be a short update. I'm in the middle of cutting and buffing this car. Basically, what that entails is yellow's a really difficult color to see what you're doing. So I'm not doing this every day. I've got a little orange peel in the paint, and what I'm doing is I'm going around and first I'm using both a hand 1200 wet or dry, and then on the DA on an orbital I'm using a 1200 to cut down the any orange peel that might be in the paint. And then once I get that cut down to where it's all knocked back, I'm taking and using a 3000 pad, again wet, and going over that and getting that down to a point where then I can go ahead and using this 3M 123 Perfected system, which are 3 different compounds, the white being the coarsest, and the medium, and then a fine grade over here to polish it out. So I've done the roof and the top of this quarter, the Dutchman panel over here on the deck lid is done. The top of this quarter, this sail panel, the top of this door right here, and so far I've gotten this half of the hood, and you can see it's dull over there. So basically just got this knocked back to 3000, and I'm getting ready to go ahead and buff this out. It's a little tedious to do this work, to say the least, so I'm only getting about 4 hours in. The other thing that came up is I went to the paint store to try and get a hold of a little bit of this, a little bit more of this yellow, because I still have to do this front roll pan, the 2 mirrors, and I have to paint the little antenna for the roof. And unfortunately, they said they won't be able to mix that paint till sometime at the end, probably, what do you say, October the 24th. So it's a couple of weeks away, and the reason for that is there was a plant in St. Louis that produced pretty much all of the base components for most of these automotive paints, and it burnt to the ground, and there's absolutely nobody to step in and take up the slack for this one production plant that pretty much supplies all of these components for every system that's out there, just about. I guess I was lucky to get this paint mixed up when I did. Some people are not so lucky. Anybody that's dealing with clear coat now that doesn't already have it has a little bit of a problem getting that. Carvana over here, which is a pretty big outfit that flips used cars. They bring them in and paint them up, fix them up, and then sell them. They had to go to this little store that I go to for paint and wipe them out of all of their clear, because they couldn't get any clear coat from their suppliers. So catalyzers and things like that, it's random what you can and cannot get. Almost every system that's out there right now is having a problem with their supply chain. Sounds familiar, but anyway, so we got lucky to get this paint ahead of time. But and also the fact that I'm only able to get about 4 hours of buffing before my back gives out, that's going to push this into next week anyway. So just about the time I'll be needing to get the paint, hopefully it'll be ready and I'll be able to pick it up. But I already got the catalyzers and the reducers, so made sure I had those, because also, like I said, those are in a situation where they're becoming hard to come by. So I went ahead and I got some more of the that's the reducer, and then the urethane. Anyway, that's where I am right now, and that's where I'll be probably for this time until this time next week, which is this is Wednesday, and so I appreciate you watching these short updates. Not a lot to report, but there's a little, stuff's tedious. It just takes a long time to do this stuff. Anybody who does this kind of work for a living, my hat's off to you, because it's labor intensive, that's for sure. Anybody wants to know why a paint job costs so much money, they can come and talk to me for about 5 minutes, and I'll tell them exactly what's going on. Anyway, there you have it. I'll see you on the next one.